Right, but Superman, I can't be as forgiving about that. And I love Superman, don't get me wrong. And it's not just Superman, it's, like Superman and Lois Lane finally got hitched and had a kid and all that. But it took decades for them to finally have a kid. But not in the story. No time has passed. And then, like, a couple months later, their kid is 10 years old. And yet Superman is still 33. Like, Batman has a 13 or 14-year-old kid now. He's been through, like, numerous Robins who have grown up and moved on with their lives. He's still about 35. I think he's supposed to be older than Clark Kent, but not much. So Batman's got to be at least in his 50s. And Superman. And Wonder Woman, I mean, why even mess with a floating timeline when you have a character who's literally immortal? Time can pass and she doesn't have to change. Which is their whole motivation in things like comic books, is they don't want things to change. They want there to always be the status quo that we go back to. Sure, Superman can die, but he's coming back to life. Sure, he can start wearing a different colored outfit, but he's gonna go back to the red and the blue. He's gonna go back to the underwear outside of his pants. Because they have to always go to the status quo. Sure, Spider-Man can get married to Mary Jane. I did. But eventually the writers who are forced to keep everything within a certain time frame of reality they're complaining about all the baggage that Spider-Man has accrued over the years, and how they just want to write, like, I guess 1970s Spider-Man stories again. So let's have Spider-Man make a deal with literal Satan to save Aunt May's life for the third time she's died or so. Like, because you can die, but you can't stay dead. Nothing is allowed to change. No one is allowed to grow and evolve.